Picture this. You're sitting with your friends, other moms who have gone through a divorce or are contemplating, who maybe didn't picture their lives co-parenting, but are there with you. You're sharing your stories, you're inspiring each other, validating and challenging each other through your shared experiences. You're belly laughing, tearing up, and enjoying your favorite cup of coffee all at the same time. You don't judge each other. You empower each other to continue on your journey, to heal, and to just be you, whatever that looks like. Welcome to Co-Parenting and Coffee.
Good morning.
Hi, welcome.
I say good morning. Do I say this every time? I say good
Sometimes.
even when I'm going into a meeting like at 8 o'clock at night, I'm like, good morning. So this is just who I am. We need to feel.
Jill can't help being perky. It's just who she is.
It's an unfortunate thing. Um, we're so excited today. We have our moms.
Oh my God, Mother's Day
Mother's
is
Day.
here, and what better way to celebrate it than with our mothers? Oh my God, get ready. It's going to be
How
so
cute.
fun.
We do want to mention and say, because we've talked about this a lot, and we want to recognize people that don't have good relationships with their mothers or any relationships. We understand that, every people are people and relationships are really hard sometimes. And Mother's Day, as wonderful as it can be, can also be very triggering. I think also, especially like when you're co-parenting or going through a divorce, maybe, you don't get Mother's Day gifts, or you do get them and it's awkward. So there's a million different circumstances where Mother's Day can highlight something that you're missing or wanting or not having, right?
Or maybe your mom's not with us and it's just a really hard day for you. So
Yeah.
we just want to acknowledge that, honor you, and we hope you can stay with us. But if you can't, just know that we get it. I'm glad that we talked about that. But I will say this was one of the most fun episodes to record.
Yeah.
Jill and her mom couldn't stop dropping names. It was
Literally.
hilarious.
Like, I'm blaming my mom because she kept doing it and then I kept doing it and I wanted to elbow her. But it was me just as bad as her. But it was a fun episode.
Yeah, so we're excited to share that with you. Jill, what do you usually do on Mother's Day?
I don't have like a specific tradition. I did text a couple people and see if they wanted to go to brunch. I kind of want to go to brunch.
Of course you do.
It's very
Sounds
kind of
amazing.
like a Mother's Day thing to do, right?
Hmm.
Like I just want to hang out with I almost name dropped. I just want to hang out with my daughter and have a nice quiet day. I don't really care what we do.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Do you have any plans?
Yeah. No, but I think brunch is probably gonna go quickly on the table. I'm gonna after this go find a reservation. And
Mhm.
um beyond that, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what the weather's like.
I know. Well, we're getting into nice weather, so
Thankfully, yes, spring has arrived in New England. Whoever spring does what spring wants to do.
yes. Well, yeah, like every day is a different season right now,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
we'll take the
Oh,
sunshine and warmth when it comes, I guess.
totally.
Are you
Um,
ready for our quote?
yeah, I was gonna say you have today's inspiration.
Yes, I have our quote, which I'm excited about. And actually, on the quote, it has like a picture of a sunshine right on the top of it.
I love that.
It says, as you prepare for all possible outcomes, may you also remember to prepare for positive outcomes too. May you prepare yourself for good memories, good lessons in all of the little places where sunlight will come shining through. And it doesn't have a name, but it does have initials. It's by MHN. So we don't know who that is, but I loved that
Thank
quote.
you, MHN.
Yes. I love it because I know for me, and I know I'm sure I'm not alone in this, is like I'm always like preparing for the worst case scenario and never for the best case scenario. And what a negative way to look at things.
It's a really, I think if you've been through some kind of like trauma in your life
Mhm.
or
Disappointment.
this, yeah, for sure. I think that it can be hard to enjoy the good times because in the back of your mind you're worried that hello, that's anxiety.
Yeah,
But it can be hard to enjoy the good times. And even now, like I'm sort of in that good space.
right.
And I have to battle back that voice. It's like, you know. this is short-lived. Be prepared, be prepared to get blindsided. And it's like, you know what? Like if I can't enjoy this, what's the point?
Right.
Right?
It like it's not going to prevent something from coming, like you being stressed out about if when the next thing's going to happen is not going to stop it from happening.
Yeah.
It's just going to ruin this time, right?
Exactly. Is it completely
Um,
spoils the good times. So like,
I agree. And it's, I think even a step further maybe is like sometimes when you're taking on a new project or something, you're like, oh, it's gonna fail. Or like, oh, like this could go wrong or what it may not work or whatever. And then like, why can't we think
oh
like this is gonna
yeah,
work?
you can't let that, like I called it the mean voice. Like you can't let the mean voice
Mm-hmm.
dominate because you're just gonna let fear control every decision you make. And
Right.
at some point you have to just learn to fly and like know that maybe you'll fall, but someone really wise said something to me that once, they said, leap in the net will appear, right? So just like don't be afraid to try things. Don't be afraid to do that thing you've always wanted to do. Maybe it won't work, but like, what's the big deal? I think that's like, honestly, this podcast is a great example of that, right?
100%. I was thinking the
Like
same
you and I, Jill, were like, let's try this thing out. We had no idea what we were doing.
at all.
We learned it as we went. We put it out there in the world, and it was like, nobody listens. But
Yeah. But and I remember us having conversations where we'd say like, well, like, yeah, it might not work, but like, no matter what, we're gonna learn stuff from it. We're
yeah,
gonna get to create stuff, like, hopefully that helps other people. Like, there was really, but it's hard. It's hard to put yourself out there, be vulnerable, try
mhm.
something new, all that stuff. It's hard.
But you just want to say, like, if you're feeling worried about something going wrong or the thing you're trying not working out, like you're worthy of success.
Mm-hmm.
You're worthy of enjoyment.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's not always been the message you've been given, especially if you were in a relationship that wasn't healthy. But you've got to find your way towards feeling the worthiness and trying whatever the thing is that scares you. I hate that. Like do something that scares you
Yeah,
every day. Like,
right.
oh, like that's exhausting. But like try it here and there. Doesn't
Right.
have to be every
And you know what? If you do fail, then you definitely learn something and take that information on to the next thing.
And honestly, like it's one of those things like you worry, like maybe you're worried about what people think. Like, who cares?
Right. Who cares?
People notice for a second and then they're like that dog, the golden retriever and up squirrel. Like they're on to
Right.
the next thing and they're not even
Yeah.
gonna remember that thing that you did that didn't work out. So I was very long-winded, but I had to say it.
No, it's so true. So there we go.
Should we
Share
dive
your
into our
successes with us too.
Yes,
Share.
please. Yes, we want to
Right.
know like what's new for you. What are some things that you discovered? I mean, maybe it's just like, oh my God, I can replace the toilet seat in my house, which by the way, I did last week and I'm so proud of myself.
Ah,
Little wins like that, or it's like, oh my God, I just started a business and it's gangbusters.
right.
Anything and anywhere in between.
Yes.
All right, should we introduce our everyone to our moms?
Oh, yes. Our mom.
All right, here they come. Here we come. See you later.
Hello. Welcome.
Hi.
We're so
Welcome
excited
to
because we're doing a Mother's Day episode today. And who better than our moms? So
Yay. Yeah, so I'm down visiting my mom who lives in New York where I grew up.
You're
And
down. Is New York down from Massachusetts?
yeah, it's a little bit south. It's like southwest, I guess, from
Okay.
Massachusetts. It depends on where in New York, right? I guess Buffalo's not south, but we're not
That was
upstate.
a question. It wasn't a judgment. I
Oh,
literally
okay.
don't know. So.
Yeah, no, it is southwest, I would say. So yeah, I always say down, come up.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it looks like are you in your mom's kitchen, Joe?
Yes, we are in the same. We live in the same town. We live 8 minutes apart from each other, and that was a decision I made when buying my house to get as close to her as possible, for support.
It's
So.
amazing. And I'm ever so slightly jealous because I have sort of the opposite. I mean, thank God I don't have to get on an airplane to come see
That's
Right.
my family, but my sister is close by like you are. And so
Yeah.
I'm glad that
Yeah.
mom has my sister close by they take good care of each other, thankfully.
Yeah.
It's
And I
nice.
come when I can, and you come when you
Yes.
can.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, I think with technology too, it makes it easier. You can always phone call and text and stuff.
yeah.
Yes,
Face-
texting
Yeah.
and FaceTime absolutely can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is, I mean, I feel really lucky. Like my mom drives by my house at the time my daughter gets off the bus. So
Yeah.
if I can't be home when she's getting off the bus, I know that she's
Mhm.
always my plan B for that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
grateful for that.
I'm so fortunate.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I am.
And you get to spend a lot of time with your granddaughter, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then my sister's 8 minutes the other direction.
Yep.
So
Oh, you're in the middle.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
She tried to get away, but we just moved closer to her.
You followed her.
We're surrounding you now.
Oh my
Yeah. It's great, actually.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people that have to get on airplanes to go see
Yeah.
their kids.
God. Yeah.
There was a
That's
time
hard.
when we did that too, but
Yeah.
that wasn't going to
Yeah.
work long term.
No.
So yes, we are lucky. We live close together.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think, there are people that don't have close relationships with their mothers.
True.
We do want to recognize that because that must be
Yeah.
really hard. I mean, we're so grateful for your support, living further away or close.
Yeah.
So
Well, and I think in my instance, we, without getting into too many details, we've become much closer since my split.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Mm.
so we spend more time together. We
Mm.
are able to visit more. The kids get to see Nana and auntie, auntie and uncle and cousins more,
Mhm.
which is really, I
Yeah.
think, really good for them and for me, frankly.
being close to your support, if you have it, is so important and helpful, whether it's family or close friends, whatever.
I mean, I'm lucky that, well, I think you are too. We have both, so
Yeah, we're so lucky
amazing.
for sure.
Questions, and I don't know how,
Mhm.
maybe I'll ask my mom and you ask yours
Okay.
or something
Or we
like
can just,
that.
yeah.
So looking backward, I think what was the most surprising thing about the experience of having to witness me go through the divorce? Or what was what is the thing that sticks out most for you about that experience as a mother?
Well, there's the pain of watching you go through it, the emotional pain.
Ugh, it's like gonna make me cry already.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the surprise what I that's basically it in a nutshell, to watch your child, your daughter go through something that's painful and hurtful. And actually, deep down, I knew there were problems, and I don't know if you guys were going to make it, but I knew together it wasn't a good thing.
Do you remember a time when like Allie said to you, like, we're getting divorced? Or like, was there a time when, like, because I'm thinking about that. I don't remember, and you might, because I was like traumatized at that.
Yeah.
I was
When, like,
traumatized.
yeah.
I think it was such a shock on our part.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
I didn't expect it at all.
Right. I remember her saying, like, I felt like you guys got in a fight and then got divorced.
I think
Yeah.
ours was the opposite, really.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yours was the opposite. And watching the process and knowing in my heart, I would hope that they would make it. I would pray that they would make it. But I also knew that something really wasn't a mesh here. So,
And I don't know that I had to come to you and say, like, we're getting divorced, because I think that you kind of watched it crumble right before your eyes, even though we were far away.
yes. And people were starting to notice and telling me things. It seemed that Allie was really holding it together.
Mm.
So that was And I could see it. Her dad could see it. And of course, there's things, it happened, but there was so much happening in our lives at the time because my husband had just passed. So here we are, I'm trying to grieve, and they're having a situation, and then it just falls apart. And I'm like, I don't know if I could do this right now.
Yeah, it literally happened all at once, like all at once. We lost dad, and I don't know. It just was I don't know.
Yeah,
The bottom just fell right out.
yes, and I tried to be as supportive as I could because the first thing you want to do is run. And Allison wanted to stay by me, and I said, "You can't.
Well,
You
yeah,
have
no,
to go do something."
I
with
came
this."
for a week and crashed with mom right after she lost my dad. It wasn't, I wasn't thinking.
I
straight,
no,
clearly.
neither of us were, and we were trying to support each other.
with two kids in the house during the beginning of lockdown. It was
Yeah.
Right.
it was
Sounds like a really good time.
a little bit of a shit show.
Yes. And the girls at the time were sensitive and
Yeah.
not so easy.
Yeah, they weren't doing great.
No.
And I mean, part of that was a symptom of all of this, right? Their household was very tense.
Mhm.
They just lost their grandfather, and the
Right.
world was very scary. I mean, I can remember driving here with them, and it was like, I'd never seen the world so empty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Oh yeah, I mean
So
COVID.
it was
Yeah.
it was a really
Right at the
really
beginning of COVID, right?
yes, really
Yeah.
really
Oh
scary.
yeah, the very
So-
beginning.
So we were
Yeah.
all kind of a mess.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, and like, were they shifting to school online or not
Yes.
school? I mean, there's
Oh yes.
so much going on just
Pre-
without
preschool, first
anything.
grade online. It was like, what a
It's really a
disaster.
nightmare. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know.
That
And
is a lot.
That's it. Was I saying that to you, Allie? I think people that get divorced during COVID should get like a special gold star on their divorce decree or something.
Yeah,
Like,
really.
that's like another
boy.
level there.
I feel like there should be a lawyer like you could be entitled for compensation. Like, what about you, Jill and Karen? I mean, it was a long time ago, and you said it was a surprise. But what was that alone the surprise, or?
I was absolutely heartbroken watching Jill go through that. I just wanted to take in the other room and give him a piece of my mind, but of course Jill wouldn't let me, wanted to do things, humanly.
Well, I
You
I
know-
mean, I had a 7-month-old baby at
Yeah,
the
he
time,
didn't
and
want
it was
to be ugly and, and so I didn't.
Mhm.
And then she had the dogs.
Mhm.
So one of the dogs was a little bit of trouble for Jill, so we took the dog. And so it was kind of like, but the dog didn't like my husband. So that was a whole thing. So every time I wanted to be with Jillian because she was sad, couldn't leave the dog home because the dog would,
Yeah,
it was like, I
it's a
don't
lot
know.
for you.
I think things just happen for a reason. And Jillian had to deal with some of the things by herself. But I couldn't be there enough. I was just absolutely heartbroken. And I think the hardest part was not being able to tell how I felt.
Mhm.
But I really was thankful that she had
Yeah.
as crazy as that probably sounded, but it was like that was her life now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and she was like just such a good little baby, So Jill was lucky there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was not easy. It was not fun. It was totally a surprise. And
Well, I know you had shared before that like she would, when she had to leave, like to go
Mm.
deal with the dog or whatever, that she would be like worried.
I
Like,
was
I hope she's like gonna be okay. And there were nights where like, I mean, if wasn't that, I don't think I would have survived that.
I was pretty petrified that's something that Jill was gonna do something not good. And I would just pray to God, don't, he's strong, let's worry about tomorrow, whatever. But yeah, I can remember just laying on her bed, both of us just crying.
Mhm.
Like there's
Yeah.
no no answer. There it was just a surprise, and I mean, was not well either.
Right.
So it was like, well, maybe when and he would, tell her things that made it even harder. It's like, but
Yeah.
everything I guess does happen for a reason. I couldn't be with Jill 24/7 like I wanted to be, but I gave her strength because her and are so close. So I thank God for her daughter. It just was so sad. It was like I'm trying to do her a favor by taking care of her dog. But I don't know if it was the right thing to do. You just question, am I doing the right thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny though,
It
because
was-
I didn't like, from my perspective, I didn't even know that you were kind of dealing with that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, you
course.
were in your own head and your own
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
and that's yeah.
That was probably so unimportant to you. So what it was being dealt with,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what we're for, right, Mom?
Yes.
We don't complain. We just deal with it and let.
No, try to support them as best we can, and help as best we can. And of
Yeah.
course, with Allison being far, sometimes I wish we were closer,
Mm.
but it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No. The only good thing is when she comes down or I go to visit, it's for a couple of few days so
Yeah.
that we get that kind of time
Quality
together.
time,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Mhm.
What would you, and either of you can jump in on this, what would
Mhm.
you say to a parent, or I guess a mom, since it's Mother's Day, who is having to support their child go through this?
Be supportive, be
Yeah.
loving, listen.
Mm.
And it's hard not to put your own opinion in because sometimes that doesn't help the matter.
Yeah.
Right.
One of the things that I can think of is my mom always supported me, whether it was right or wrong or whatever. She was always on my side, and that's what I try to do for Jill.
Yes, good
Whether it's
example.
right or wrong, I'll, I'm there.
Mhm.
Yes.
My kid's never wrong.
Never.
You're lucky you have me as a kid.
Yes, she's never wrong. Just ask her.
But
No.
also, yeah, also watching the process happen and knowing that there's kind of a problem in the marriage. It's really hard, but you can't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You just be there for support, as I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about, since we've both been through this, and I'm sure you've seen this, what's something that you've seen that's positive about the changes in us from the divorce?
Okay. I've seen Allison blossom and flourish, and which was not happening while she was married.
Mhm.
And I'm so proud of her
Mhm.
being able to do that. Really, her career has taken off, this podcast, and just as a person and a mom.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and wonderful.
Yeah. I say Jillian is stronger in so many more ways.
Agree.
She's not only, I'm proud of her, but she's proud of herself. And you can
Mm.
see it, she's willing to, get help. She's like her own person. She's not, she
Yes.
was always behind her ex-husband, and he was the one that made the decisions, whether it was, good or bad. He would let her do things and then he would take it away, or, but now she's a better person. She knows what she wants, and she's strong. She's super independent, which is so good for her daughter. And
She's too
actually,
independent.
but I think the future needs that for
Oh,
little
100%.
girls. Girls need to be,
Yes.
so yeah, I'm super proud and happy that she's winning the money through the college, being, oh my God, that was like so exciting.
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah.
contest.
Yeah, the contest.
Okay.
Just she was there was no sense in even trying for B's during college. She was going to get the A's no matter what. You know, she's just a fighter
Yeah,
now,
good.
and nobody's going to hold her back.
Mhm.
And, you know, I always say this to myself, I might not know what I want, but I know what I don't want.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
Jill's
Yes.
she'll do whatever it takes
Mhm.
for the safety of her kid and her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
Mhm.
important for Jillian to make a home for her daughter.
Mhm.
And that was the first thing you did.
Yeah.
You were like, I know what I want. So everybody get out of my way. And
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
that was what she did. She bought herself a house. She went from there.
Mhm.
So that was good.
So I think the question is going to be a little bit different for both of you because of the timing of our divorces. But how have you seen my children? How are my children doing? Like, what would you say to, a lot of times people will say to their children, you got to stay together for the kids. Like, isn't it going to,
Mhm.
oh no, we don't want to get divorced. Sorry,
Mm.
I'm wiping my nose because you made me cry.
No, you guys, we've never cried. Stop crying. I'm like, what is up with me?
But how do you think that it's affected my children?
Well, I've witnessed the difficulty that they had prior to your divorce.
Yeah.
And the road to, I guess, recovery, and they are flourishing. They're more social, they're happier,
Mhm.
and I'm proud of the girls in school and learning, and it's just amazing. It's wonderful when they show up and you get those big hugs, and they're not afraid to show their feelings anymore.
It's kind of different for us
Yeah.
because was such a baby.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
No,
Jill,
I'm
I
sorry.
like the story you like to tell about your daughter's reactions to sort of families that are traditionally together,
Yeah,
the
she thinks it's
parents are together.
because my daughter was so young and she doesn't know anything different. And her dad and I don't have like a bad relationship. Like we can chat and whatever. I mean, it's been years and whatever,
Yeah.
and lots of work.
Mhm.
But I remember like I was saying about my sister's family, like that they're married and that they were always married and they have kids and they live together. And she thought that was the weirdest thing. She was like, feel like they were married and they staying married and they live all together. They don't have a separate house. They don't have two Christmas. That was bizarre. Like she thinks, so like all of this like fear of like having to explain to her like our family's a little different. We have this and that. She thinks it's bizarre otherwise because she's never seen anything
Yeah,
different.
she doesn't know different
Yeah.
than
Yeah,
It was
that.
like
that's
you don't have 100 different siblings from different houses
know.
and you have Christmas for 3 weeks straight. I
I do
don't
think
get it.
Cindy or
Yeah.
her cousins get jealous because she gets
We're-
more than one Christmas. You're like,
Yeah.
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 you're like, oh,
So unfair.
yeah.
And I know that my sister gets jealous sometimes and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm, going to the grocery store by myself or going to do
Right.
something by myself.
Yes. Yes. I
Yeah.
definitely on occasion will hear from other moms. Not my sister doesn't ever really do this, but to say
And not
that-
jealous of getting divorced, but
not
jealous
jealous of the divorce,
you're
but the
so jealous of
the
me.
free time. Yeah, the free time that's
Yes.
built in that you're not having to navigate. What do I do with the kids? Are they coming with me to the store? Like, all those things, right? It's
Mm.
it's
Yeah.
a silver lining, I guess. Not that I don't miss them every single second, but to be able to
Yeah,
have the
it's
balance.
a lot of times be able to smile going to the store by yourself.
Yes.
A little
Well,
thing.
and it's, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, and, we actually were talking about this in my mom's support group last week, is one of the moms was saying like she has 50-50 custody and she spends all of her time that she doesn't have with her kids getting all the stuff done she needs to get done and spending time caring for herself,
Yes.
that when she does have her kids she can really spend that quality time with them. And I can see how that would be a good way to think about it if you're in that situation.
Yeah. Making the best of a situation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For
Yes.
sure.
Somehow, some way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I've it's taken time, but I started to channel my energy into not want to say productive things, but this podcast and making my home a more comfortable place, more our place, and
Yeah.
putting energy into my friendships that are maybe we're languishing a little bit. So you eventually find ways to figure that out. Jill, you are in a much different place compared to the one I'm in, right? You've remarried,
Mhm.
and your life is I think a little bit more settled in terms of that. But so this is the good question I think to ask each of our moms. What are your hopes for the future? Have you thought about that?
No, but I can say that you just, I want to see you continue to flourish and be successful and proud of yourself. And just, I want the best for you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. That's all I ever wanted, just good things. She
Good
deserves
thing.
good things. She's been
Yes.
through enough.
You want to see
Yeah.
them happy. Yeah.
For my future, I just want Jillian and her daughter always to be close with her cousins, and
Yes.
and just for her to be happy too. And it's fun to watch them. I can't believe they're getting so old. But I'm really happy where they are now.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that they're doing so well.
It's a good feeling to see our kids happy and doing well.
Yeah.
I definitely think as a mom now, like anytime like my kid feels pain, it's like I feel like amplified a
Oh.
million times for
Oh. Oh.
like I was in a car accident when I was a teenager. I never, and me and my sister were hospitalized. Like
Yeah.
it was a bad accident.
Bad.
And I never once thought of, this is terrible, maybe, like how my poor mother had 2 kids in the hospital
Right.
and how
Yeah.
that affected her. I never even thought of
Right.
it.
The
Did
color of
not
my
even,
hair
yeah.
just
Oh,
shows that.
yes.
Yeah.
And, but I never, like
But
now,
now-
yeah, now I'm like, oh my God. Like even when a kid is sick, I like feel bad for their mother more than that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
are you okay?
Yeah, I would always rather it be me sick than my kid.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone asked me the other night if I regret it, and I said to them, I haven't regretted it for a minute, but I do feel sometimes guilty when my
Mhm.
kids are, the transitions can be challenging for them, right?
Yeah.
I don't know that it's not wanting to be with their dad as much as like that struggle of going between houses. And I have 50-50 custody. Jill, your arrangement's a little different, but so sometimes I feel guilty,
Yeah.
but I don't ever regret it.
I imagine that for the children having to go to 2 different households with 2 different mindsets is a little bit challenging
Yeah,
for them.
it's tricky.
It
Yeah, I would
is.
agree.
Yeah. It's like even when you have a job and you have 2 different bosses with 2 very different views, it's like you have to navigate that. But I do think, at least for me, and I hope for our kids, that divorce or going through any big change or trauma or whatever, and really using that as an opportunity to grow and change
Mm-hmm.
can give you different skills. Like I think the skills that I've obtained from getting divorced, I've carried on to other things for sure. Like goal setting or that
Mhm.
type of stuff. Like I think it's sort of forced that at the beginning on me. And is now a skill that I have and can carry on.
Mm-hmm.
You mean setting goals?
Setting goals,
Yeah,
like knowing
you
how to like
definitely were.
obtain, like do small things one at a time and be able to,
Accomplish.
accomplish big things.
Yeah.
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 Was there anything else you moms want to share?
What would you say to a mom, like in your situation, that their daughter just told them they're going through a divorce? What would you say?
Just to be supportive, listen, and don't judge. Do not.
That is perfect. Yeah. Don't judge. Everybody has their own opinions and every
Mhm.
situation's different.
Different,
Yeah.
yes, agree.
I would probably say get help. There's so much, there's help out there.
Yes,
Like, don't be brave and think you can do it on your own, because therapy is a wonderful thing.
Mhm.
yes,
And
agreed.
reach out for whatever you can. I'm glad Jill found all the help that she found when she needed it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
But,
Allison too, yes.
And it does get better eventually.
Yes, it takes time.
Yeah.
Which is normal, takes time.
And when you're in it, I think it's hard to see that, but eventually it does.
Yes.
Eventually it ends.
Well, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, this was fun.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
I know, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Karen.
We may have to arrange some cocktails when you're up our way.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Our stories are the thread that ties us together. While our stories are different, we can often find common ground through our struggles. If co-parenting has been difficult due to an ex's alcohol abuse, you need SoberLink. How it works is simple. Your co-parent will test at scheduled times. Built-in facial recognition confirms their identity. Tamper sensors flag any attempts to cheat, and results get sent instantly to your phone so you know that your kids are with a sober parent. Lay the groundwork for brighter days ahead. Visit www.soberlink.com/coffee to learn more and get $50 off your device.
I just love our moms.
Oh my God. I hope you love our moms too.
And they just love us. That's the coolest.
I mean,
That's
that was, yes, if that wasn't already evident.
Yeah. Thank you, moms.
Yeah, thanks, moms. You're the best. I'm going to share today's story, and this is a really beautiful one and so fitting for Mother's Day. So the writer says, "My beloved sons, as I sit here penning down these words, my heart aches with a mix of sorrow and hope. My darlings, I want you to know that this letter comes from the deepest depths of my soul, filled with a love that transcends any distance or hardship. Divorce is a journey none of us ever imagined taking, especially as a family. The road ahead may seem daunting, filled with twists and turns we never anticipated. But amidst the uncertainty, I want you to remember one thing above all else: you are not alone. My precious boys, my heart breaks knowing that our family is about to undergo a significant change. I wish I could shield you from the pain, the confusion, and the upheaval that lie ahead, but life, as we know, is not always within our control. I want you to understand that your father and I have wrestled with this decision for a long time. We've been tried to mend what's broken, to find a way back to the love and harmony we once shared. But sometimes, despite our deepest desires, the path forward becomes clear in its own bittersweet way. Please know that this decision was never about you. It was about us, about finding a way to honor the love that we brought us together while acknowledging the truths that now pull us apart. It's about creating a new chapter in our lives, one filled with hope, healing, and the promise of a brighter tomorrow. My darlings, I know you may be feeling a whirlwind of emotions right now: anger, sadness, confusion, maybe even relief. And that's okay. Your feelings are valid, each one a testament to the depth of your love and the strength of your spirit. As we navigate this journey together, I want you to remember one thing: you are loved beyond measure. No matter where life takes us, no matter how far apart we may seem at times, my love for you will always remain steadfast and unwavering. My sons, you are the light of my life, the stars that guide me through the darkest of nights. And as we embark on this new chapter together, I promise to hold your hand every step of the way, to listen, to comfort, and to love you with all that I am. With my love and devotion, Mom."
Wow.
You know what that made me think of? There was that one part where it's just like, no matter how far apart we are. You know that
Yeah.
song, "Ain't No Mountain High Enough"?
Yeah.
Oh my God, totally playing in my head.
In my experience, because my daughter was so young, I didn't really have to go through it with her in the way that this person's explaining.
Yeah.
But as if your kids are older, or even if they're, experiencing whatever while you're co-parenting, like, it is a journey together. It's not just your journey alone. It is your kids also in different ways. So I love that she like really validated that.
It's important because even I will say my kids are doing great, but
Mhm.
even now, as recently as yesterday, my youngest asked me, she's like, but why? Why did you have to
Mhm.
get divorced? And it's a really hard question to answer
Yeah.
because, I mean, in my situation, I mean, certainly there are scenarios where there's a clear, like,
Right.
well, maybe your ex parents cheated. Not that you necessarily would share that with your kid, but there's a specific reason you can point to.
Mhm.
Um, and when it comes down to it, though, I think for most people, there isn't a specific answer. And I would say, I used to say, like, well, your dad and I couldn't get along. And she's so smart. She's like, you make me and my sister get along. Like, I don't understand. I'm like,
That is true.
damn, you're so smart.
Right. Why do
So
you get so smart?
it can be really challenging to answer. Maybe we need to have someone to help us with the language for that. But
Mhm.
um, yeah, I mean, this person really thought through
Yeah,
all
I
of
like
the
that.
elements.
I also noticed in it that she didn't say anything negative about her ex at
Mhm.
all,
Right.
uh, which I think is good. And
Important, really.
yeah, for
You
them.
know, I think that I've heard people say, to disparage your ex to your kid, like there's a piece of your ex in your kid, in your
Right.
kid. So,
Of
like,
course.
it can be really hurtful to do that. So I'm really careful about
Yeah,
what I say.
absolutely. Me too. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thanks for joining us for Co-Parenting and Coffee. This podcast is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal advice on any subject matter. If you liked our podcast, feel free to drop us a review. We'd appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you next time for a cup of coffee and a chat with another expert on co-parenting.